of little brother is a common theme across rivalry games, but there is one where that term has floated predominantly over the landscape of a matchup. And when the Paul Bunyan Trophy is up for grabs, there is nothing little when these brothers start battling. Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. It's the Michigan State Spartans and the Michigan Wolverines. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game. He loves how his team has come out and dominated in the conference so far this season, but he understands the road gets even harder now. He's talked to his team about getting off to a fast start, that's important to set the tone here today. They want to keep that undefeated streak alive in conference play, but it all begins right now. We'll see if they can do it against a very tough opponent. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Wolverines ready to kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Spartans offense going to get the chance to start this game off. This game often testier than Michigan's rivalry with Ohio State, and the Wolverines applied a little extra sting winning a close one last year.
They did. You know, it just left a bad taste in everybody's mouth back in East Lansing all year long. They've talked about it. They've had to hear about it. They've listened to the gloating from their in-state rival. They're looking to flip the script today.
And that's what's so fun about rivalries. You get bragging rights, and especially in the same state, so much disdain for each other. It's so awesome. The fans go bananas, and Michigan State's definitely got something to prove.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Looking for space. It's Edwards. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing out.
Right back to him on the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field. They're going to run it to the right. Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan Trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. We're not talking about ranking trophies.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He'll try to do it himself. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here. The Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. Promising start to that drive, sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Wolverines offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here comes Jordan Marshall. In their last win, he had a 100-yard game and scored 3 times.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
He'll toss him. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game so fun to follow every single year.
And I always feel in this game specifically between Michigan and Michigan State, it's the big-time players and the Heisman candidates that have always stepped up and made big plays. So I can't wait to see what the best players in this game are ready to do.
This is why you recruit dudes, right? Quarterback distributes, get the ball in the hands of playmakers, and let him do his thing.
Dude makes quarterback look good. I mean, you get it to him in space, and watch. He'll break the tackles. He'll make those plays, but nice job getting the ball out fast to his playmaker and letting him do the rest.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Tries to do it himself on the draw. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Brings up second down.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Right down the middle. Finds his man. It's Marshall. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy, can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
Looking for space. It's Marshall. Only able to pick up a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The offense changing the play. Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. On his way back from the 20. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And the Spartans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Might have a chance. And he'll finally slide after the long run. I'm not sure if he wanted to avoid the hit or he just got tired. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Here comes the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Edwards. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The Spartans go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Spartan! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Running game got it done on the last play, and now it's first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They go play action. Bryce Underwood might be looking to run. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Hey, listen, this guy is one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, but you have to know when the play is over. And that time, just trying to do too much, trying to make too many people miss, reversing field, counting on that speed to be able to outrun the defense. But they figure it out. They start taking away the angles. They're inevitably able to get to him and bring him down for a massive loss.
They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. There's not a screen big enough to list all the memorable moments from this rivalry, but here are a few of them. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll try to get him on the fake. Hard running there. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
The throw. Fakes to grab. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Finding an escape. Got a little grass. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Underwood. They're working that left side. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29. That last completion left him with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Flips it out on the screen. Breaks into the open. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 of the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. The Wolverines trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Snap in the shotgun. There's the pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Wolverines! That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Michigan State's offense heads out, ready to go to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Quickly out to the tight end. Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and a little more room to operate. They're backed up just a little, 1st and 10 from their own 19. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Those are those where you're just looking at your hands, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. Dang it, I should have caught that. Nice play, break on the football. That could have been a house call. That could have been a game changer, but just couldn't secure the interception.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have...
There he goes! They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. On the option. The option, he'll keep it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Quarterback adapting. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
The RPO, it's complete. At the 20, he's got space. He's run out of bounds after the big game, and they are in business, first and goal.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Coming out with it, it's Williams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Edwards. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down, it's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Listen, nice completion, short game. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Trying to beat the D deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Spartans will punt this one away. Slips through the line. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Quarterback making checks. Runs through a tackle. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And a lot of times they're fit up front. You know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Lined up in the gun on third down, Underwood makes the catch. He gets it into enemy territory, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll be fourth down. Timeout taken by the Spartans, their first of 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll take it himself. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's Underwood to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. He'll try to pop the draw. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Slings it. Found the spot in the defense. Touchdown, Michigan! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the number 24 team, the Georgia Bulldogs.
The Spartans will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We check in with Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Michigan coach at the half. One of the things he pointed out to his team is the rivalry has to mean more to them here in the second half. They've gotten out to a great start. At home, they're able to ride the momentum of this crowd, but as you know, everything gets more heated, more intense in these big rivalry moments, and they want to meet the moment. I'll keep you posted on what that energy feels like down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And this almost feels like a free play on 2nd and inches. 3 wide receivers to the right. Throwing, Underwood, looking long. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Looks as if he's going to run it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Under fire. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. Running inside, it's Edwards.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down. And and the Spartans send out the punt unit. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right?
Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll go to the fullback. Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Looking down the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking for a crease, it's Edwards. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. QB draw. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on! And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
The run inside. It's Edwards.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Gives it on the option. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Splits the uprights. Good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Ready to fire from the pistol. The give to the tailback. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible?
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. There's some room. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Spartans.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This game might be out of reach by now, Jesse, if not for the benevolence of these guys.
I tell you, I give them credit offensively because they've been aggressive. They just haven't always been calculated, David. They've been way too cavalier with the football.
Aggressive and reckless. Like, there's a difference between the two. They've had some success and they've been good, but make sure that my bad isn't turning the football over and giving the defense easy opportunities to score.
Underwood. Oh, they're after him. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Back to throw. It's Underwood. Unloads to the right. He's got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. From the gun, wants to pass. Zips it out to his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Slides to the ground after picking up the first. Great play on 2nd and short.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Here's Underwood to throw. Spits it out to the back. Good timing on the quick out. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Buys a little extra time. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Snagged out of the air. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Caught behind the line. It's Smith. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Pulls it on the option. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. With this game in hand, let's take a look at the scoreboard from the top 12 teams in the country. And at this point in the season, these guys have done exactly what they wanted to do and strengthened their position. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. This time he wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's McCray. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wideout. Give to the running back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a 1st down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th. There's a crease. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. 8th play of the drive coming up. The play action fake. Fires on the move. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. Right down the boulevard. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So here comes the Michigan offense. Might be changing the route. slithers into space. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Underwood. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch.
And that's a great way to start this drive. Listen, we understand the situation. We need a touchdown, we need a 2-point conversion, but you can't get all of that on one play. Stay consistent, plenty of time still left on the clock. Dink and dunk if you need to. Take what the defense gives you.
He'll keep it on 2nd down. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. Pulls it again on the option. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
On the run, it's Edwards. Maybe a crease. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. A 2-tier job for this offense. First get the touchdown, then the 2 to try to pull even here in the 4th quarter. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan State. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. That last touchdown drive tightened this one up, and we'll see what these guys can do coming down the stretch. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Timeout taken by the Spartans, their first of 3. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. A designed run for the quarterback. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now Michigan State wants to stop the clock. It's their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Working well behind the sticks on second down. He leaves it with the back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Now the Spartans calling their third and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. To the ground, he's got it again. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
On the run, it's Marshall. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
And nice job by the defense. Understanding second and short, they're playing run. You can see super physical, now forcing the third down and short.
This could be the biggest play of the game so far. Third down and 2. Trying to pick up a first down. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain its fourth down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
The Wolverines come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. Oh, he's got a chance. He's brought down, but enough to move the sticks one more time and to move this game into the win column. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Takes the knee, and they will remain perfect.